Question 21, the last question in the paper. It tells us that the area of the triangle ABD, so that's the smaller triangle, is shown as 35 centimetres squared. It tells us that AD is 5 centimetres and BC is 32 centimetres. It tells us that D is on the line AC, so there's D, and that BD is perpendicular to AC, which means it has an angle of 90 degrees. It says calculate the size of angle X, and we must show all our working. Okay, a few steps to this question. I think in order to calculate the size of angle X, if we're given one side and one angle, it hints to me that we're going to use trigonometry to find the size of that angle X. That's the only way. And of course, straight away, before I forget, I write down the little acronym for my formula. So it's SOHCAHTOA. And we can see that if we could work out the size of the line DB, we would then, using trigonometry, be able to, we would have the hypotenuse, because we know that this is 90 degrees, we'd have the hypotenuse, we'd have the angle, and so this would be the adjacent, the adjacent angle to the, this would be the adjacent side to the angle. So we have the opposite side and we have the adjacent side. So I know that sine of X would be the opposite, which is dB, over the hypotenuse, which is 32 centimetres. Okay, so I really need to be finding the length of the line DB in order for me to be able to find the size of the angle X. Let's focus our attention on the smaller triangle ADB, and we're given the area of that triangle and one side. Now we know the area of the triangle, the formula for the area is a half the base multiplied by the height, as long as it's the perpendicular height. Now we can see that the base here is 5 centimetres. We don't know the height, which is dB, but we do know the area, which is 35 centimetres squared. So we can put this information into our formula. The area is 35, and it is calculated by multiplying a half times the base, which is 5 centimetres, multiplied by the height, which is what we don't know. Okay, so rearranging this equation to get h on its own requires us to multiply both sides by 2 over 5. So 2 over 5 times 35 is equal to, multiplying this side by 2 over 5, get rid of that, so it leaves us h there. So 2 over 5 times 35 is 14. So we know that the length of the line DB is equal to 14. Let's go back up to our trigonometrical equation and plug in the numbers we've got. So the sine of X is equal to dB, which is 14, over 32, which is equal to 0.4375, 0.4375, and if we use our calculator to find the arctan of that, the arc sine of that, we can see that X actually comes out at the angle of 64 degrees. And that's the answer to our question.